And we've been joined by Coach Willie Taggart from USF. He said the Bulls opened their season this past Saturday against McNeese State. McNeese State won the game 53-21. This week, USF in action Saturday at Michigan State. That will be a noon Eastern Time start on ESPNU. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call this week. If you could take a minute to tie up the game against McNeese State, and then tell us what you're looking forward to as you take to the road to face the Spartans.
Well, I think in the McNeese State game, whenever you turn the ball over 3 times on your side of the field, I don't care who you're playing, you put yourself in 8 ball, and you're going to find it hard to win that ball game. And we really didn't help ourselves, and we didn't take advantage of opportunities when we had them. And when things got bad, I think our guys kind of reverted back and started to look for bad things to happen rather than dealing with adversity and saying, I'm going to make a play and bring our team out of there. And learned a lot from our football team, and I know we're not a winning team yet, but the first game, all of our goals are still there, and I'm looking forward to see how our guys improve from game 1 to game 2.
Big questions for Coach Taggart. Please hit *1 on your telephone to join the queue, and the operator will introduce you. And we can go right ahead with questions, please.
We'll go first to Hondo Carpenter with the Spartan Nation.
Coach, I'm just wondering if you've had a chance to take a look at the Michigan State game film, and could you just give me your overall analysis of that defense, please?
Yes, I watched them, and actually I was watching them during this call, and very talented defense, very smart, well coached. It's going to be a challenge for us offensively. These guys are always in the right place. You don't really ever see them out of place. And you can tell they're part of a system that they've been used to and know the system inside out because these guys are always where they're supposed to be.
And, Coach, if you could, please, can you just give me your analysis of their offense, please?
I think their offense is an offense that's trying to establish an identity in who they're going to be. I think they have some talented guys that are really big up front and want to run the football and really trying to figure out what they're going to do at the quarterback position. They have 2 talented guys at that position that brings 2 totally different perspectives to the game, and they're using both of them to help them create some offense.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Greg Auman with the Tampa Bay Times.
Hey, Coach, you talked after the game about being concerned that players had quit on you at points during the game. Just want to ask you how you've dealt with that and how you think the team has responded to that since the game.
Well, I think going back and watching the film, I think the guys just stopped playing with a lot of passion in that game. I think when things got bad, our guys started to look for more bad things to happen and got frustrated and stopped playing within this defensive system and tried to really just play football their way and trying to make plays rather than stay within the scheme. And we just didn't play fundamentally sound, defensively or offensively, and it got bad and it looked worse than what it seen on film. But a big part of it was just playing fundamentally football and just watching the film. I think if we can be simple and play through adversity, that was something I was concerned about with our football team is when it gets tough, how we're going to respond. Especially in a game like that versus McNeese State when I think we all felt like we should win that ball game, and we go in and we get hit in our mouth and against that team, and we didn't respond well, and it showed me a lot about our football team, dealing with it, and I know exactly where we're at. We're not a winning team yet, but all of our goals are still in front of us, and we still got a chance, and we're not giving up.
Coach, from an X's and O's perspective, Coach Brisman talked about how if you guys don't have kind of a gap integrity, if people aren't where they're supposed to be, it's a defense that's vulnerable to big plays. Do you think missed assignments were a big part of that then?
I think exactly what you said when it came to gap responsibility. We didn't have guys in the gap that were supposed to be in. Again, when things got tough in that game, we stopped playing within the scheme of the defense and started to look for bad things to happen rather than just playing within the scheme and keep believing. And I think that's part of the whole culture changing and getting our guys to believe no matter what and play within the system. Don't do your own thing, and but it's exactly what happened in that ball game. We had guys that just wasn't in their gaps or getting there too late.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll take our next question from Joey Johnston with the Tampa Tribune.
Yeah, Willie, could you talk a little bit about your play at quarterback on Saturday night, and do you know what direction you're going to go into at quarterback against Michigan State?
I think, again, Matt started the game off and wasn't sharp at all, in that game. And it was surprising. He missed some throws, missed some reads, and like I say, just wasn't sharp. It was uncharacteristic of what Matt's been for us through training camp, and was expecting a lot more. And unfortunately, he didn't play well, and we got in a hole, and this is not an offense that we like to be in a hole and try to fight our way out of. So, but it was good to see Bobby come in and spark our offense a little bit and get us going. We're going to kind of let this week play out and let those guys compete and work this week and make a decision towards the end of the week on who we're going to go with as starting quarterback.
Also, could you talk about going on the road for the first time with your team, particularly young guys, kind of how you approach that and what you're looking forward to, how they prepare and execute the road game?
Well, we first and foremost, what we're trying to do is figure out what we did well in the last game, and we want to do it better, and then we want to figure out what we did wrong and either eliminate those things or try and do them a little better, but we got to go and play sound and technique and fundamentally football and play with some passion, those are things we're looking to do, and it doesn't matter where we play. And for us as a football team, we're going out and see how good we can be. We wasn't really good, and we turned the ball over. You're not going to win a lot of ball games, so we're going this game and try to take care of the football and play with a lot more passion and believe. You got to believe, and I think if we can get our guys to where they believe in themselves, good things that happen for us.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Brandon Folsom with SaturdayBlitz.com.
Well, I was wondering if any of your Harbaugh brothers reached out to you before coaching your first game at USF, and then I was also wondering, were there any positives you took away from the game that will help build that foundation at USF?
Yeah, I talked to the Harbaughs. I usually talk to them weekly and talk to them before the game, and it was a good conversation. You got coach, and it's going to be some bumps in the road. Just stay focused and stick to the plan, and see how it goes. And you learn a lot about your team in that first game, and I've learned a lot, after watching that game and where we're at as a football team. So I think that was pretty much the conversation with those guys. What was that second question?
What takeaways did you have in the first game that'll help you build a foundation?
Well, one is don't turn the ball over. That's going to get you killed. I think we can run the football. I know we can run the football, and the thing for us offensively, we can't get ourselves in bad situations. We got to be a lot better on. We got to be better on first downs. I think if we're better on first down, we'll be a lot better on second down. On third down, which both first and third down we were horrible. It's not a typical offense that we run, and we got to get better on that and take care of the ball. We can't put our defense in those tough situations and get yourself behind. I don't care who we playing against. We can't do those things, and we're not there as an offense yet to do those things. We're still learning our offense, and everybody's trying to execute it, and we're trying to put the right guys in the right spot, so we can't hurt ourselves from that standpoint. And defensively, it's just more playing fundamentally sound and technical sound football, and being where you're supposed to be. We had a lot of guys out of position. A lot of guys kind of got out of character when things got tough, and it exposed us and got ourselves in trouble. And but again, we're not a team. We're not a winning team yet, and we don't know how to get out of those tough situations yet. But hopefully, we learn from this past game, and that's what I'm looking for with our football team is how much we improve from the first game to the second game.
All right, thanks, Willie.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have a follow-up question from Hondo Carpenter with the Spartan Nation.
Coach, Coach, I realize it's a Big Ten environment, but after a tough loss, can going on the road be a good thing for a team that's trying to rally?
Well, I think just having another opportunity to play a game, whether it's home or away, is a good thing for us. I think me personally, I like playing on the road or at home. It doesn't matter. And I tell our guys it doesn't matter where we play. Once you're on that field, you got to play. But having an opportunity to go out and correct the mistakes that you made. I know we're a better football team than what we put out and on Saturday, and our guys got to regroup and correct the mistakes that we made, and then get better at what the things that we did do well at, But understanding that we got to play a heck of a lot better than what we did the other night. We can't turn the ball over or do the same thing and going against a good defense. So we got to be sharp with it, and defensively we got to tackle well, we got to line up well, and play with a lot more enthusiasm than we did. When we early in that game, when we played with enthusiasm, we played well. And then when things got tough, all that enthusiasm went away, and our play went away.
And we do have a follow-up question from Greg Allman with the Tampa Bay Times.
Coach, we heard a lot about Aaron Lynch going into the season. I was just asking if you could assess his play and what you saw from him in his first game with USF.
Well, I think Aaron fell into the trap of the rest of our defense. When things got tough, everybody wanted to make a play. I always talked about through adversity, somebody stepping up and wanting to make the play, and I think our guys wanted to make the play, but they weren't doing it within the defense, and by doing that, it cost us at times. So I think for Aaron, he just got to just play ball, play within the defense, and be Aaron. Don't try to do more than what we asked him to do, and things will work out for us. And I think after watching the film on Sunday, our guys realized how, the little things that makes it different. We didn't have guys in gap. Aaron at time wasn't where he needed to be, and I think it's his first game and getting used to it again. I think you'll see a different Aaron Lynch on Saturday.
Coach, I know you had Lawrence Martin suspended from the game for a violation of team rules. We'll ask you when that happened, when you found out about it, and what his status is for Michigan State now.
It happened last week, and we decided, again, for our team rules, we're going to play in that game, and he'll be back for this game.
I did see that Bruce Hector and Kennard Swanson weren't dressed for the game. I was just asking what happened there and then what their status is moving forward.
Right now, we're thinking of redshirting those guys. So unless something dramatic change, we're thinking of redshirting those guys.
Okay, so it's just a playing time redshirt type issue right now?
Yes.
Coach, just from an injury standpoint, just to see where things stand for guys like Thor Joswack and Julius Forte and Ty Turner.
Thor is, again, still coming back slowly. It's a slow process, something we don't want to rush back, and he's coming back slowly but surely, but he's still out right now. And Julius, we're going to work him back in this week. I think he'll be back Tuesday practicing with us. He's been rehabbing and doing a good job in rehab, so we expect to see him back possibly this week.
And Ty Turner?
Ty Turner is coming along slowly but surely. He practiced last week, all last week, and didn't have any setbacks, so that was good. So Ty should be full bore coming this week. And
Coach, thanks very much.
Say that again?
I just said thanks very much.
Coach, we thank you for your time this week. We look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
All right, thank you.
Okay, and that is USF at Michigan State, Saturday at noon on ESPNU.